on here, but he loves me, so that's how that works. And oh, can you join, by the way? So yeah, what questions do y'all have about moving abroad, about living abroad, about trusted house sitters? Like I said, we're gonna also go through some of the like frequently asked questions. Blue Jeans really said, how's Japan? Japan was really cool. So we were only there for 10 days. Last year we did like the main three, Tokyo. Hi Lisa, thank you so much for the gift. We did Tokyo, Osaka, and I swear it only goes to when I'm live, but when I'm not live it doesn't. We did, what? No, but we want to turn it off, it still does it. We did Tokyo, Osaka, and like just like one day in Kyoto, and like it was a cool place. It's not like where I would live personally, but it's still Japan was still a really cool place. Is there a platform to join to get options? Great question. POV AF. That's a great name, by the way. Yeah, the platform that we use is called Trusted House Sitters. There's actually more information about them if you go to the link in my bio. I moved it up to the top. It literally says right there, like pet sit in nice houses all over the world or something like that. You can find more information about Trusted House Sitters there. And I do also have a 25% off for anybody who ends up joining Trusted House Sitters, and I am doing a bonus for anybody who joins while I'm live. You're so welcome. Yeah, if anybody joins like a paid membership while I'm live, I will also send you I did like a whole class on how to land your first international house sit. So I'll send you that, and I'll also even send you like my actual templates that I use to land house sit. So if y'all are serious, make sure you take advantage of the live bonus. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all double tapping, by the way. Please make sure that you like and share the live, especially if y'all know anybody who would be interested in living abroad, moving abroad, pet sitting, etc. Please make sure you share the live with them. And yeah, please make sure you double tap, because remember, IG is for lurkers and TikTok is for lovers, okay? Can I sign my husband up? Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Slay Infinity. Thank you so much for the roses. What was the most welcoming country for POC?
Anywhere except the U.S.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I hate this question so much, and like I get it. I get asked this question all the time.
But it's a good question, because as black people, that is something like, especially being in the U.S., how we get treated. It's especially if you haven't been living in another country and stuff, like you wouldn't know how black people are treated in other countries. So
yeah, no, it's 100% a fair question.
Yeah, but it's just after a while, like the U.S. is the only country where you get treated differently. Every other place is like,
I wouldn't say the only country, but
majority of it.
I mean, I would say the country where we have experienced the most prejudice is 100% the United States. Like, we have not been in any other country where we did not feel welcome because we were black. But if you go on the Living Abroad playlist on my page, I do have I have like videos on like specific countries that I recommend if you are black, but it's more so based on if you want to be in a country where there are other black people, right? If you want to be in, and I should say a city, if you want to be in a city where you will be able to find a community of other black people, or if you want to be in a country where some of the locals have African descent, right? So right now we are in Colombia, and there are Afro-Colombians here. So there are people here who are black, and you might think that they are, from the U.S., and they're not. They are full-blown Colombian.
Yes.
Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to scroll back up to make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. How does this work? Yeah, so great questions. How does Trusted House Sitters work? So basically, Trusted House Sitters is a platform. They've been around for like more than a decade. They're actually based out of the UK. So I think especially if you're someone who's interested in visiting the UK, 10 out of 10, check out Trusted House Sitters, because they have so many house sits. And basically, you create an account. They will run like a background check on you, and then you create an account, and then you have to get like 2 like character references. Basically, you have to have 2 people vouch for you to let you know that to let the world know that you are not a weirdo. And then you can literally start applying for house sits all over the world. So they literally have house sits on every continent except for like Antarctica. So yeah, there are house sits all over the world, and so you basically pay the annual fee. And like I said, I have a referral at the link in my bio for anybody who uses my referral. It's literally, your annual fee can be as low as $99. So you literally pay $99, as low as $99 for an entire year, and you can apply for as many house sits as you want. So if you think about it, from the perspective of thank you so much, Slay. If you think about it from the perspective of, you know, not having to pay for your accommodations, right? And this is why I tell people that Trusted House Sitters is such a great budget travel hack. When you don't have to pay for your accommodations, it's like, imagine you go somewhere, you're not paying for a hotel, you're not paying for an Airbnb, you're not paying for a condo or a vacation rental. You can literally be saving anywhere from like $500 to $2,500 if all you have to pay for is like your flight and then like whatever you do whenever you get there. Cakes PCA says my girlfriend and she was Trusted House Sitter. She loved it. Yeah, we are big fans. You said what, baby?
She's Sierra Leone. The flag.
Oh, that is, I didn't even notice that. Cakes PCA, are you from Sierra Leone? Take a Deep Breath said, how do you find cheap flights? I use Google Flights. That's like my favorite way to find cheap flights. I like to look ahead of time if I have a specific destination in mind to see which days are the cheapest. Thank you so much, Callie. And then I also like to use the Google Flights Explore feature. Y'all, I have a whole budget travel masterclass at the link in my bio for how to get the best deals on flights, hotels, Airbnbs, all of that. Be careful, baby, because you just don't want it to fall. But yeah, the easiest way to find cheap flights is to be flexible with your dates and with your destination. Because when you are
to like go on a specific day, you kind of like inbound, like you kind of like whatever's there, that's what you want, that's what you're gonna get. Like when you have I need to be gone by next Monday, I need to travel next Monday, like whatever is available, this is what you're gonna get compared to, oh, I'm thinking about traveling this time or this next month. Let's see one of the cheapest flight and then book it from there.
Yeah, exactly. Cake says she just came from Colombia. Beautiful. Were you what part of Colombia were you in? Thank y'all for all the gifts. Thank y'all for all the hearts. I appreciate y'all. No, I'm not, but I traced my roots there through African ancestry. Oh, that's so dope.
Well, hello, cousin.
Yeah, he actually is Sierra Leonean. Fun fact. I need to go trace my roots. I'm scared though. I don't know why, but for some reason I am. Thank y'all so much for double tapping. I appreciate the heart. So yeah, so with Trusted House Sitters, you pay an annual fee. And then like I said, you can apply for as many house sits as you want. So you can literally pay $99 for an entire year, and then you could do 10 house sits if you want to. So that's why it's one of the reasons why we recommend Trusted House Sitters as like a budget travel hack. Cartagena, Medellin, and Guatapé, beautiful. Those are basically the same places that I've been here as well. So yeah, can you tell everything from the start? What you mean? What do you mean? Can I tell everything from the start?
Trusted House Sitters, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, what questions do you have? So the reason that I talk about Trusted House Sitters from a perspective of living abroad is because there are a lot of people so I talk about living abroad in general, right? I told y'all, me and my husband left the U.S. last year. We've been living abroad. We've been in and out of the U.S. since February. We've been in 10 different countries since last year. We are digital nomads. All things Shonda said, will you be saving the live? So Shonda, since you're watching on Instagram, like it's gonna automatically post to my page, so you'll be able to watch the replay there. You do not get paid.
It's like a trade-off. They let you stay in their house for free, and you get to watch their pet for free. That is the trade-off, and you don't have to pay nowhere. And most of the time, like I think the one we did in Mexico, sometimes like when you look at the application, sometimes they'll offer to leave their car for you. I think we've seen that twice or 3 times now.
Yeah, even when we had the cats, they were gonna leave us their car, but we didn't need it because we were local.
Yeah, so it is like, and also didn't we see? It's very it's not, you don't see it very often. Didn't you say you saw one that was offering to pay? You don't see that much often.
Yeah, very, like occasionally you will see like someone will be like, oh, you do get like a daily stipend, but I would not sign up expecting to be paid. That is 100% the exception and not the rule. I am not a travel agent. Do you have to be American? No, Trusted House Sitters is not an American company. Trusted House Sitters is based out of the UK. So no, you do not have to be American. Hello, Sonite. Cake says she's going to try it, period. We are big supporters of it. Where do you sign up to be a house sitter? So if you guys go to the link in my bio, I actually moved the Trusted House Sitters to the top. So there's like a whole document there that you can learn more about Trusted House Sitters, and you can use my 25% off referral. And keep in mind, y'all, for anybody who signs up while I am live, I'm going to send you like a full class on how to land your first international house sit. So if you sign up for a paid Trusted House Sitters, I almost said Trusted House Shitters. If you sign up for a paid Trusted House Sitters membership while I'm live, I'll send you my class on how to land your first international house sit faster, and I'll also send you the templates that I literally use. So whenever you're applying for house sits, you literally have to like reach out to, like, you have to reach out and apply. It's not just like, oh, well, I see this house sit and I'm just gonna select it. Like, you have to send an application and be like, hi, Brandon, I love the look of your home in London. I would love to take care of your cat, Susie, for 3 weeks, blah, blah, blah. So I actually have like templates that I use, and I can actually send you those message templates so you don't have to be trying to figure out what you're going to say. But that's only for the people who sign up whenever I am live. So if you do sign up while I'm live, just send me a screenshot of your receipt, either to my email or to my IG. And both of those are in my link in bio.
I think Blue said that you did have to be in the U.S.
I did answer that one.
Oh, okay. It's all over the world. It's wherever is like located, wherever somebody needs help at is.
Oh, you mean like do they have sits?
Yeah. It's on the U.S. It's like U.S. We have done a couple of.
We've done.
Yes, U.S. and Mexico. That's what we have.
Yeah, they have house sits on literally every continent except Antarctica. Like, they have house sits everywhere. Most house sits are in North America and in Europe. Yeah. So like those are the two continents that have the most. But there's also, like, we've seen house sits in South Africa, Thailand, Malaysia, Dubai, Abu Dhabi. I've seen house sits in Egypt. I mean, they have house sits all over the world, right? So at the end of the day, there are people all over the world who need people to take care of their pets. But the cool thing about Trusted House Sitters is that you can also... The cool thing about Trusted House Sitters is you can also set up alerts. So, for example, I have specific countries that I know that I would want to travel to. So I actually have alerts for those. And anytime a new house sit becomes available in any of those, and you can do it by country or by city or by state. And anytime a house sit becomes available, then I get notified. Like, I actually got notified about one in Colombia. I'm not sure. Girl, do you know that as a travel agent, you can get paid to book your own trips? Yes, I've been told many, many times. Let me see if I missed any questions. Hold on. Been considering a membership, but looking for a good discount. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, with my promo code, you can get 25% off. So they have 3 different tiers of membership. You could do like the basic, the mid-tier, or the premium. And if you do the basic, and I haven't checked in a while, but the last time I checked, if you do the basic and you use my my promo code, it's only $99 for an entire year, y'all. Even if you do one house sit, like, it's a steal. Like, the membership 100% pays for itself. Is he Haitian? No, he is not Haitian. I almost did this in Napa, LOL. Why didn't you, Hughes? Thank y'all for the hearts. I answered that question. What? Well, hold on. It's not even, your phone's not loading, so that would be one reason. Y'all, am I lagging? Where do y'all find your code? So Flower Child, if you go to the link in my bio, you click the Stand Store link in my bio, it says, like, I put Trusted House Sitters at the top. If you click on that, it'll take you to like just like a page where it has a bunch of information, and it also has the link and then the promo code for you to use. Hold on. So do you do this for free? You do this in exchange for accommodations. So no, it's not for free. You get to go stay in somebody's nice ass house for 3 weeks in Mexico or Costa Rica or Thailand or France. So no, it's not free. It's not free for either of you, right? Because you have the pet sitter who is allowing you to stay in their home, whatever that is, house, apartment, blah, blah, blah. And then you, on the other hand, you're there and you're not having to pay for your accommodation, but you are going to have to take care of a pet. Now, there are some houses that don't even have pets, okay? But I always tell people, do not sign up for Trusted House Sitters if you don't like pets. I mean, it's similar to what I said before about getting paid. It's like the exception and not the rule. Like sometimes someone will be like, me and my wife are going to, you know, Peru for a month, and we just want to make sure someone is here to water our plants and, you know, take care of our home, or, you know, be here for the pool person, whatever it is. So there are some house sits that don't have pets at all. But again, I don't recommend signing up for those because it's like, those are so far and few in between. What do you use to get alerted to do house sitting? So H Thrasher. So because I am a member on the Trusted House Sitters platform, when I'm in my account, I can literally go in there and set up alerts. So actually, can you pull the Trusted House Sitters app? I took too long to book, LOL. Oh, okay. Can I get a membership and use it? What else would you do with it? Link not working. What link isn't working? The link in my bio is not working? Okay, not lagging. Perfect. Hi, Miss Sade. Can you do it if you have kids?
Yeah.
Probably, but I would say it depends. Like I know I've seen some house sits where like someone has like straight up said like, you know, like my dog does not get along with children. Yeah. So I mean, I would just say it depends. Like I mean, you just want to make sure that you have it on your profile. Can I get a membership and then have somebody else use it? No, you cannot. You said what, babe?
I'm not sure what's going on with services.
You're not on the Wi-Fi, or you just turned it off?
It was bad.
Oh, okay. But no, you cannot have anybody else use your membership. Whenever you create your membership, you're going to create a profile. So once you have your profile created, whenever you see a house sit that you are interested in, you're going to go and apply, and they will either approve or deny you based on your profile. So like our profile, like it has both of us on there, and like we've done Trusted House Sitters 10 times, y'all. We've done one international, and then the rest of them we've done in the US. So I lost track of what I was about to say.
Well, we have done some of this stuff that.
What is this? Oh, that's me. Just kidding. Wow. It keeps a live open? That's interesting. So, like, for example, like, you can see, like, this is our profile right here. So, that's a picture of me. Hold on. That's just a picture of me. But hold on. Let me go to the full profile. Yeah. So, here is our profile. But then you can see that you can like, swipe over. And then you have like more photos. So you can see like photos of me with like dogs and cats, and then like there's Mel. And then yeah. So both of us are on my profile. When you get to Trusted House Sitter, Bulla, what is the question? If you have no experience, will it take longer to get accepted? So Skylar, we actually recommend starting local.
Yeah. Start close to your neighborhood, like in your city, your town, whatever it is. You want to get away for a weekend, like, to a new city, to a new place. That'd be a good way to get started, just so you can build your reputation out. So the last one I did, I think because I was very close to her, was another reason why I got it. Because when we applied, when I talked to her, she said she already had 2 other applicants that was trying to do the same thing. But one of my thing was I was very close, and I could go, I could come in. Visit her and look at the house before she took off, and some of the other people that she was talking to was out of town. They was driving in, so it would have been harder. So since I was local, and it was much easier for me to for her to trust me. Like, oh, I know the area, I can meet you now, whatever.
Yeah. So Skylar, the answer is like, it depends. It just depends on the person. So there was actually a woman named Angela who, she signed up with my referral, like was it last year? No, it was this year. Yeah, it was this year. And she literally was invited to do a sit in California. Like, she spent the entire month of May in California, and she didn't have any reviews. And then she also, her first ever house sit was in London. Like, her first one, she landed an international one. So it really just depends, you know? Like, you want to make sure that you set up a good profile. And at the end of the day, y'all, it's just like on social media, right? Like, you come across some people's profiles and you really like them. Sometimes, you know, you don't. You just, you can't change who you are, right? You just set up your profile based on your personality, and you just got to trust that, you know, the ones that are for you are going to be for you. I definitely wouldn't stress about that. But people are more likely to book you if you have good reviews. Because I mean, it's just like anything else, right? If you go on Amazon and you're going to buy something and you got 2 options, one has 100 good reviews and then one has none, And they're, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you're going to go with that one, right? For the most part, right? Now, obviously, again, people are people. So maybe there's a red flag that you don't like. But again, that's why we recommend starting local. And remember, y'all, for anybody who signs up for a paid membership while I am live, I'm actually going to send you my entire class on how to land your first international house sit ASAP. And I'm going to send you the templates that I use to reach out to actually apply for these house sits. But I'm glad that you brought up...
Being local or what?
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought up the thing about like coming to see beforehand. So if for every, I think except maybe 2. So we've done 10 house sits, and out of 10 of them, there was only 2 of them that we did not go and look. We
didn't see the house in person,
like before.
Yeah. Now the other time, even though we didn't go. One of the other ones we did. The person, like we FaceTime the person just working on the house, kind of showing things, like where things are, and stuff like that. But in general,
people typically, depending on who it is, I would say probably 70% of people will want to meet you beforehand. So like whenever we did the one in Mexico, we flew in. It wasn't even a day early, no, because she left that night. So she had a flight that was leaving at like 9 p.m., but we flew in early that day so that we could meet her and she could show us around the house. And this was in Mexico, and she let us use her car too. So like she took us around, showed us the grocery store, she cooked for us, got us a little tipsy. She was actually like a Brazilian woman. It was so cool. It was a really cool experience. Can I bring my dog along? It depends. So this is another one of those things where I would say, if you will never be able to house it without it, well.
And some people allow it because their dogs is friendly. Like some people, their dog is not a very friendly dog, doesn't get along with other dogs. Obviously, you can't bring your dog and stuff like that. But most people, they can get along with other dogs. But I think you might have a higher chance of getting accepted if you are yourself, or if you have no pets with you. Yeah, exactly. So like a lot of these questions y'all are asking, like they're great questions. The answer is like, it's the exception and not the rule. Like, can I bring kids? Hi Tamika, thank you so much for the gift. Thank y'all for the hearts too. Lost my train of thought. Jesus. What was I talking about? Kids.
Yes.
Kids and all that stuff.
Thank you. Thank you, baby. Yes. So a lot of these questions, the answer is possibly. It's the exception, not the rule. So I would assume 80% of house sits, you cannot bring your pets. 80% of house sits, you will have a pet to take care of versus just having to take care of the house. 80% of house sits, you cannot bring kids. Again, there will be exceptions, but if you're someone who's like, you know what, like I'm patient, like I'm happy to, do this over the next, 4 or 5 months, I'm not in a hurry, then sure. But if you are someone who is like, Bianca, I'm trying to be doing like 4 or 5 of these a year, I want to make this, kind of like part of my lifestyle, which a ton of people do. Hell, at this point we do. So I would just keep that in mind. What are you doing while there? You're taking care of the pet, you're taking care of the house, and then you're doing, honestly, whatever else you want to do. Like this is why we were talking about having this as like a way to get a taste of living abroad. Because if you and let me know in the comments, drop a number 1 in the comments if you're interested in living abroad outside of the US. Hold on, y'all. Let me catch up real quick.
Yeah, people are wild in this comment. This is more like, that's not a big question. It's common sense.
Yeah. So you're taking care of the pet, you're taking care of the house, and then whatever else you want to do. So like whenever we were in Monterey, like we had 2 dogs. He did walk them, but like we didn't even have to walk them.
Yeah. I wanted to get my own exercise, and it was also good for us to take the dogs out because they have a lot of energy. So get them outside.
Yeah.
And get them first time. It was good for everybody in the house. So yes.
Yeah. So for that one, the dogs had their own doggy door. We've had 2 house sits where the dogs had their doggy door, and we didn't. Yeah, like y'all. Yeah, hella easy. We didn't have to walk them. The main things are with dogs. The main things are just feeding and walking, right? Like I said, if you happen to have a house there where they have a doggy door, you may not even have to walk them. And for us, I'm gonna come back to that. Remind me to come back to how we choose, like how we decide if a house sit is for us. Do a staycation. I've been a paid pet sitter locally for years, but I want to start traveling. Love this flower child. I've been hearing people talk about paid pet sitter. I'm like, what platforms are y'all using? Is it safe for single women? Yes. How much is the membership? Blue Jeans, you asked me this already. And I answered this already. So they have 3 different tiers. The lowest one, if you use my code, and the link is okay. Somebody said the link wasn't working. Let me go click on it. It is, the lowest one is $99 a year. So y'all, even if you do the highest one, which I think is like $200 with my referral, literally, let's say you go do a house sit for 7 nights in Mexico.
That covers it all right there.
Literally, right there, like your membership has already paid for itself, because where are you gonna go stay at in the world for 7 nights and you only pay $100? You only pay $200 unless it is a very, very sketch place. Yeah, but we ain't talking about hostels. So, here it is. Okay, because you said the link don't work, and I'm like, but how it don't? What the hell? Open and, oh wait, it was gone.
Oh, this area is cool and all that, but sometimes my phone be jacking up.
Trying to get more information on Trusted House Sitters, you are in the right place. So yeah, the link does work. Let me know if anybody else is having trouble with the link in my bio. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Please continue to double tap. We really appreciate it. Yeah, if y'all want more information, then head to the link in my bio, y'all. I put together like a whole like Trusted House Sitters like mini guide. It's completely free. And you can learn more about Trusted House Sitters there. And I also have my referral link in there for those of you who want to save 25% off of your annual fee. And if you sign up while I'm live, just make sure, if you sign up while I'm live for a paid membership, make sure that you send a screenshot to my IG or to my email address, and I'm going to send you an entire class that I did on how to land your first international house sit ASAP. And I'm going to also send you the exact templates that I use whenever I apply. What's the average pay in the US? It's not paid. Are there any other companies you recommend other than Trusted House Sitters? No, okay, mama, that's the only one that I've tried. But if anybody else has recommendations, let me know. I have not tried anyone other than them. Do you have to be there 24 hours? You have to be there for the duration of the sit.
Yeah.
So like if it's for like a week, you got to be there for the week. There was a house sit in our local town where this woman was like, we just need somebody to come by and like sit with her. She just wanted somebody to be in the house with her cats for like 4 hours a day. But again, that's the exception. Not the rule. Vaughn, I'm not playing with you. Can I bring my girlfriend? If you want to house sit with your partner, put your partner.
Yeah, just put her name on there as both of yours. So just put like John or whatever. I'm not sure your name is John, but that was
yeah. Put them on your profile. Can I bring my fish? Most homeowners don't want to gamble with your kids and dog situation on the first sit. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. That's a lot more liability for them. Can you bring people with you or one person only? So if you want to house sit with like another person, create a profile with both of you in there. They actually just launched something new called the Duo Sitter, where like so for on my Trusted House Sitters profile, like I'm technically the main sitter, but like it's both of our profiles, right? But they actually just launched this thing called Duo Sitter, where like basically if Mel wanted to, he could go and get like the same verified badge, and then he would be his own whatever. But it wasn't even expensive. We just haven't done it. We might do it, but we just haven't done it yet. But he did a house sit on his own like last month, and they didn't need it. So, and anybody who's asking about bringing people with you, if you have people you want to do this with, and I'm saying one person, don't be weird and try to have like 5 people on a profile. Like, stop. But I would pick one person, if that, whoever that is, and then make sure that you build a profile around both of you, right? Like, don't have a profile where it's like, oh, hey, I'm Bianca. This is everything about me. All these photos of Bianca. And then like, oh, by the way, can I bring this person? No. Like I said, like if you look at, thank you, Keith. If you look at like our profile, like I have photos of me and Mel on there. And then I actually say on there, I'm like, hey, it will either be both of us or one of us, depending on the sit. And then obviously whenever we apply, we,
somebody said, how much time do you have? I accept it. So it depends. So most of the time people, especially if you know you go out of town as somebody, let's say if I'm going out of town, I have a pet and I know I'm going out of town next month, I will put my house up for a pet sit up as soon as I know I'm going out of town. So somebody have it locked down, so I don't have to wait till I'm not like rushing to the last minute somebody leaves. So most of the time people kind of will put the house sit for like just at least a month or so that we have seen it. Even like a way ahead of time, but most of the time you get a couple of weeks ahead of time. You might meet someone that's like very, like I said, urgent.
So yeah, like some of them are last minute.
Yeah, some of them are last minute, but most of the time those people like either they already have a backup, like somebody else, their family's gonna end up watching it, or just this is their first one. Like, okay, this is the first time, let me try this one. If somebody else, if this doesn't work, I can have my family member watch it. But in general, people that I know they gonna need a house sitter and don't have nobody else, they will put their house sit up they'll put it up there like ahead of time so people can see it and people can like apply and they can have time to apply. Because I know the one we did, we applied for there was one that we applied for like a couple of weeks. We actually forgot about it, and then we got an email saying you got this coming up.
The first one that we did, that was pretty far in advance too.
So
in general, though, I feel like we typically do. I wouldn't say last minute, but most of the ones we've applied to have been within the month. Like, there's a lot of them that will be within the month. But like I said, y'all, there's a variety. This is the cool thing about Trusted House Sitters, y'all. Like, you can literally go on the platform and shop around. Like, there's even, how do you do this on here? I just want to go to the map. Oh, there it is. So, okay, so this is the platform, right? So do y'all see this? Like, I know y'all can, I'm live on multiple platforms. I use Trusted House Sitters. So like you can literally like
it's like a feed. It's like a feed.
And like this is almost like social media, except you're shopping for house sits. Like you can literally scroll and look at like, you know, whatever house sits you want. So I'll just shout out some of the ones that I see on here. So let me go back up. So I see California. What's WA? Washington?
Yeah, Washington State.
Washington State?
Yeah.
Washington State, Oregon, California, Mexico, Washington State, United Kingdom, New Zealand, New Mexico, United Kingdom, Charlotte, New Zealand, Virginia, Colorado, more Mexico, Florida, Canada, Germany, South Carolina, again, California, Canada, Texas. Like when I told y'all, there are literally house sits all over the world. You can even view.
What kind of pets they have? Like, what are you gonna be watching? What do they have? Do they have
dogs? Yeah, they got dogs, cats,
horses,
farm animals, fish. We watched a turtle once. Bearded dragons.
There's options for different people. It's just, I don't know. You might get off the Wi-Fi, but I'm not sure what it's doing.
Okay. That's fine. Flower Child said this is part of the planned house sit to become an expat. Period. Thank y'all for the hearts. How do you become abroad? You just leave the country. Abroad just means like you're out of
country.
Yeah, that's it. What countries can you live abroad? Child, many. There's a lot. I can't go through all of them. But I mean hundreds. Well, hold on, not hundreds. There's only 190 something countries in the world. More than 100 countries you can live abroad. Like it's really about figuring out. It's really about.
Just like you said, just figure out what you want and what works for you. Like, what are you looking for? Like,
yeah, exactly. So this is the map, y'all. So remember I told y'all most of the house sits, and ain't nobody on, so I'm just focused on here for now. Remember I told y'all, well, never mind, keep going to replay. Remember take a shot for every time Bianca says, remember I told y'all? Remember I told y'all that most of the house sits are in North America and Europe. This is North America. So you can see most house sits are in North America. And then if I scroll over here to Europe, then here you can also see a ton of house sits in Europe as well. You can also see some down here in Africa. Yeah, so like when I'm telling y'all, there are literally house sits all over the world. Okay, wait. Oh yeah, so that question I answered. Yes, it is safe for single women. Hello, Rodney. That question I answered. Is travel pay included? No. I'm sorry, but you still didn't answer my question. How much the membership? Blue Jeans, I've answered this question twice already.
They have a $99 one. What's the next one?
If you go...
There's a $200 one to the 2-something one.
If you use my referral, the lowest one is $99. And I think it goes up to like $200. If you want to find out for sure, you can go to trustedhousesitters.com. Do you let people make content in? Do people let you make content in or around their house? That's a really great question. You have to ask. You have to ask permission. And if they say yes, then yes. If they say no, then no.
Yeah.
Ronnie talking about come visit. Ronnie,
still in Brazil?
Yeah.
Hey.
You know we would love to be in Brazil. Is that a month? No, that is for the year. If anyone is looking for info on moving abroad, check out expatsy.com. I actually partner with Expatsy. Funny enough, they're they're actually a partner of mine. So actually, if you are someone who wants to move abroad and you need some help getting started and you don't want to have to spend a bunch of time, if you don't want to have to go try to figure everything out on your own, I do also have a move abroad resource guide. It's at the link in my bio, and it's going to answer all of your questions about how to move abroad, whether you want to do it temporarily or permanently, whether you're moving abroad with kids or pets, whether you're a person of color, you're LGBTQ plus, you have a disability, you want to know how to pick your country, you want to know different ways to make money while you live abroad. All of this and so much more is in my Move Abroad resource guide, which you can grab at the link in my bio. Yes, I love Jen as well. I actually spoke at their conference earlier this year. Sign me up then. Oh, the link is in my bio, y'all. And do keep in mind, y'all, for anybody who signs up for Trusted House Sitters while I am live, I am going to send you my the class that I did on how to land your first international house sit. So y'all, you definitely want to start local just to kind of get the feel of it, so you can kind of see what it's like. And whenever you start local, like, you can rack up reviews so much easier. And the more review, I think right now we have like 10 reviews. So like at this point, we're kind of like a no-brainer, yes, for people, because we have like 10 5-star reviews. So I've been a flight attendant for 10 years. Do you think it would make my profile more interesting?
Because you know you're well-rounded, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, to be honest, y'all, put a yes in the comments if you have a pet. Let me start there. Who has a pet? Put a yes in the comments. Put a no in the comments if you do not have a pet. And I'm just genuinely curious.
Or just like pets in general, like, you know, just have one. But
no, I want to know who got a pet. I want to know who has a pet now, or if you have ever had a pet. Put the word yes in the comments. Okay, I see Always Platinum on Instagram says yes. Okay, I see some people saying no. For those of you who are saying no, I really, really hope that you at least like animals. Okay, there we go. Yep. I'm at work now, but I always sign alert when I get off of it. Very smooth, Melvin. Very, very smooth. Not anymore. Oh, I'm so sorry, Vaughn. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, so you need to make sure you like animals, y'all. Obviously, if you have already had a pet, then you kind of already have an idea of what it's like to take care of an animal. So whenever it comes, I knew what you mean, Luminescence. Whenever you're thinking about your profile, y'all, honestly, just be yourself. Because at the end of the day, what they're going to care about most is they're going to care about your love for animals. So basically, what are you doing? They're gonna care about your love for animals. So at the end of the day, that's what you really want to highlight on your profile. You want to highlight that you are mature. You want to highlight that you are a caring person. You want to highlight any animal stuff that you did. So for example, before we actually had any house sits, like as far as like photos, like I put a photo of like a cat. Well, so you remember Men from Vietnam, the little cat? So whenever we were in Vietnam, there was like a cat that belonged to the building owner, and it was like the coolest cat I've ever met. Well, Wesley was pretty close.
And he went everywhere.
Yeah, like he was like, it was our first night there. He was like on our balcony, like meowing to get in. We were like, what is going on? But I literally put a photo of that cat up there because at the time, I didn't have any photos of me with cats. I do have photos of me with cats now because of some of the house sits that I did. So I also put a photo up there whenever we went to an elephant sanctuary in Thailand. We went to a monkey sanctuary in Bali. Like literally, if I had a photo of me with the animal, I was at a kid's birthday party holding a bearded dragon, and I put that photo up there. Okay, so like what they're gonna care. I feel like I'm yelling. What they're gonna care most about on your profile is that you look like you like animals. You look caring.
Their kids.
Yeah.
You know how people feel about their pets. So
yeah,
just
like.
Imagine, are you gonna hire somebody to come stay at your house if you don't trust that person? That person doesn't look like they like pets, or does that person look like they hurt animals? Because I don't treat my house.
Not they hurt animals is crazy. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. The other thing I wanted to bring up is like how to choose your house sit, because y'all, you do not want to go into these house sits being desperate. All right. You do not want to be just like, oh, we're going to choose anything. So funny enough, our first house sit was almost in Panama. We almost had our first house sit be like international. So we were already in Panama. Remember what Mel said earlier, like a lot of times people do like people who are local. It doesn't mean you won't get chosen if you're not local, but at the end of the day, sometimes that is a plus. It's just more reliable, right? Like for somebody who's already in the same country. But again, don't let that deter you. It doesn't mean that you can't do house sits abroad. You absolutely can. But yeah, so we almost did this house sit in
Panama.
Yeah, in Panama. And y'all, at the last minute, we were just like, this ain't for us. We were like, this is not for us.
Well, let them know why, because you
got that's what I was about to do. Dang.
Just like you were just saying, that's not for us. But
no, I was gonna say, so for this house sit in particular, the part of Panama that it was in was like, there was like nothing around. Yeah, like it was like it was on the beach, but it wasn't in the city, right? Like it was, and mind you, like, and we weren't gonna have a car. So like it wasn't in a city. So it was kind of, the middle of nowhere is so dramatic. It was not in the middle of nowhere, although there are a lot of secluded houses. Some of y'all who like, I just want to go somewhere and I just want to be in the middle of nowhere, they have those, okay? Like they do. Those are not for us. We are not interested, okay? We want to be in the middle of shit. We don't want to be, for now. I mean, who knows? One day we might want to do one on like a desert island. But anyway, so the thing about that house sit was that not only was it going to take us time to like go to actually get into the nearest city and do stuff, her dog couldn't be left alone for more than 4 hours. And so we were like,
it's like a babysitting like that. It's like pretty much watching a kid, and that's not happening.
Yeah, so, and I have literally seen houses where the pet could not be left alone for more than 2 hours. Mm-hmm. I remember looking at a house in London, y'all, and this cat had like really bad anxiety, and it could not be left alone for more. It was either 1 or 2 hours. And guess what? Because you can see how many people have applied. 4 out of 5 people had already applied to that house sit. Some people don't care, okay? Like this is like, y'all, when it comes to trusted house sitters, and this is also the cool thing about being able to shop around on the app, you get to figure out what works for you. You get to figure out what your non-negotiables are. For us, I was like, we're not about to be stuck with a dog that can't be alone for more than 4 hours, and we're not even
close to the city. You gotta, it was too much work. Like it was like when you thought about, after we thought about it and sat down, I think it was like, even though it'd be nice to have this, like, you know, this house and free lodging or whatever it is, but like I said, we had to think about, like, we would have had to pay just to go in and out of town just to get a grocery. There was no grocery store anywhere by there.
Yeah, because remember, I think she recommended a driver for us. So it was just, like I said, for us, that was not what we were looking for. Now, there are, like I said, you might be polar opposite. You might be like, oh my God, if you have me on, if I'm on a beach, I don't ever need to leave for more than 4 hours, right? And that's perfectly fine. But for us, we had never been in that part of Panama. We knew we would want to explore. And because it was going to take us like an hour commute just to get in and out of, you know, like the place, we decided not to do it. How can you fly on a budget? Use Google Flights.
And don't travel on days that you want. You travel on days that's cheap.
Be flexible with your travel dates. I have a budget travel masterclass in my bio, y'all, for anybody who wants all the tea on how to travel on a budget. And I also have a lot of videos on my page as well about how to travel on a budget. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. What? No, nobody said anything about. Oh shit! What is hissing roaches?
I don't know those big roaches.
No, you couldn't pay me. You could not pay me.
And also another thing that I was thinking too, to make your profile a well-rounded one, try to look for different pets. So if you only have a dog, try to look for one with a cat so you can. Well, if you like.
Well, if that's what you want,
if you want to be like accepted like in most places, like most houses or any kind of places you want to, if you don't mind cats or whatever, try to do cats and dogs and different things too.
I got Silent Roaches is sending me. Oh my God, I'm not playing with y'all today. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. But yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say, like talking about the kind of pets that you're willing to accept. So our first and second, and maybe third house sit, like it was dogs. What is the site? Your mom. It's Trusted House Sitters. And you can find more information at the link in my bio. I have like a free like guide in there. If you go to my bio, when you hit did you hit that first button? It says how like pet sits all over the world or something like that. You're so welcome. They lived in a plastic tub and couldn't escape, just needed to be fed twice a week. Melvin, that is something that Melvin would have to do. I would I'm not even kidding. I would not be able to look at them. I would throw up. Like I could not do it. I don't got the stomach for that. I can't even y'all, I will burn a house down over a centipede. Okay? No, that's not me. But yeah, whenever, the other thing you want to think about when you're applying for house sits, like I said, you want to set your own standard of what you want. There are some people who are like, oh, I hate cats. I'm like, okay, so don't house sit for cats. Now I'm going to tell you right now about these cats, though.
Hey, change your life. Change your life.
These cats are
easy.
Easy. We are dog people, okay? I've never been a cat person. I've never really hated cats. I used to honestly be really afraid of them. And then I ended up, fun fact, I did a house sat for my friend in Florida. This was way before. Your mom, she said she got 5 cats. So you already know you know what? And it's cool that you have 5 cats, because I see houses where people have 4 or 5 cats and I was like, I would never. But because you're used to that actually would probably make you very unique, because people would love to see that you know what it's like to care for a ton of cats. I'm saying a ton. Anything past 2 is a lot to me. Kids, pets, anything. You go past the number 2, it's a lot. You got 3 kids, you got a lot of kids. You got 3 pets, you got a lot of pets. This is just the way the cookie crumbles with me. But yeah, so some people don't like cats. So if you don't like cats, then you don't have to house sit for them. I have dog and cat allergies. My cat allergies are worse than my dog allergies, but I have learned that if I take 1.5 allergy pills, I'm fine. And whenever it comes to the dogs, it depends, right? I feel like with Louis and Winston, my allergies didn't really bother me there. Their hair was super short.
I think it depends on the kind of dogs and the kind of
it for sure depends on the kind of dog. Yeah.
Short hair was
yeah, so these are all things that you want to keep in mind as well. I love cats and dogs, no reptile. I would love to care for a reptile. We care for a turtle. If I could find
no, she would not. Okay.
Yeah, are you serious?
I'll put money on the shoe not reptile for no snake. Exactly. All right.
We said reptiles, we didn't say snakes. I would do a baby snake. I would do a baby snake. If it were a tiny snakes really aren't that, honestly, snakes really aren't that scary to me.
No, they're just, like I said, just misunderstood. Just like cats.
Yeah. You comparing a snake to a cat is actually diabolical. But yeah, I feel I feel like for a lot of people snakes are a really feared animal. That's not me. Now I'm not saying I'm not gonna run up and pet it, but if I see a snake, I'm not that freaked out unless it's a boa constrictor. Now if I see a bear, that's for me. I'm nah, I'm hollering, I'm running, whatever. So if a snake was small, a snake would be stupid easy. I would,
So, and reptile, somebody said fish and cat. Is a
fish a reptile?
No, it's about different kind of pets. Different kind of pets to sit.
I was a fish is a fish. What? Yeah, or I would love a bearded dragon. Oh my God. First of all, I've tried to convince this man to allow me to get a pet bearded dragon. I haven't moved him yet, but I will. Trust me. I get everything I want.
And also,
he don't know it, but one day we will have a bearded dragon.
No. And also another thing I really like about it is, let's say just like she was saying, if you do, let's say you think about having a pet or some kind of pet that you haven't had before. If you haven't experience let's say you are looking for a bearded dragon or a snake or a turtle. Let's say you do find a house that does have it. I would probably say you can try to apply for that so you can have an experience of what it's like to have it. We're not having that. What is it like to have that pets in your house or your life or whatever it is, because so you can have an experience of how it is to treat them. You not really want this, then you kind of south sit for that pet, and it's that is too much work. So I feel it's a good way to kind of figure out if it's a pet that you want or not.
That's a good point. I didn't even consider bringing that up. Also, it doesn't even have to be the type of pet. You can also learn about the size, okay? Because listen, I love dogs of all sizes, but I love big dogs when they belong to other people. I don't, and I remember thinking well, maybe I could get a big dog, but after house sitting for big dogs, I know I don't ever want one.
I don't mind it.
This is business.
We have had some small pets, and like I said, one of the last house that I did was for a small dog, and she was older.
Was she small? How big was she?
About Layla size, but she was small. Okay. But like she was older, she doesn't move, so like she likes it. After a while, I didn't figure out like I have to close off the kitchen whenever I was in the kitchen, because if I was I fell twice in the kitchen because she didn't move, and we both fell. I felt my bad. I fell on her. I was like, "You gonna die?" She almost got killed. I was like, I was like, "You don't want this weight on you to fall on you." But
I don't want your weight to follow me, Jesus.
Yeah, small dogs. I honestly, when they're younger, they'll move around you. Like I have we have
even with Louie and Winston, like we were in the kitchen, like I'm telling you, like we were in the kitchen, like cooking. They will come and lay like in between your feet, like
they don't move, like
they
just gonna just move around
because they just want to be like close to you. So, but yeah, what I was gonna say is like that is also a really good point. Is that if you are someone who's maybe considering getting a certain type of dog, a certain size dog, then that could also be a really cool way for you to determine if that's something that you want. Hello, Darren. They are always hiding. Most of the time, you hardly notice them. That's another reason why we be trying to tell people about these cat sits. Like our first cat only sit was, well, I guess it was with Ollie and Tonks. Mm-hmm. Y'all, that was like my favorite house sit. Like that. I mean, Ollie was kind of an asshole, but it was just more of a you stay out of his way type of thing. But like cats are so easy. Fish are great too. Yeah, for sure. Iguanas will beat you down with their tail. I would 100% care for an iguana. I love iguanas. Although they move faster than they look. Like they're faster than they look.
Yeah, and that's going to scare you.
It will. No, I will holler. I mean, but you're not. It's not like you're gonna. It doesn't just sit around the house either.
Some of them will come out like to play out, just go around the house.
No, that's what people do with their own pets. People aren't going to have a house sitter be like, yeah, just let the iguana out. He'll hang out with you. Anything bigger than a German Shepherd is not the party. I mean, German Shepherds are pretty big, so that's pretty fair. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. What other questions do y'all have about either living abroad or house sitting? Remember, y'all, anybody who signs up while I'm live, take advantage because I'm not going to be, we're about to get off here. We're not going to be here much longer. But for anybody who wants to take advantage of the live bonus, for anybody who signs up for a paid Trusted House Sitters membership while I'm live, I'm going to send you the entire class that I did on how to land your first international house sit. And I'm going to send you my exact templates that I use whenever I go apply. Take a deep breath, says signing up now, period. Let's get it. Don't forget to use the link and the promo code for that 25% off. Iguanas leap across the room. Smooches, is that an exaggeration? Because across the room seems a little dramatic. I've never seen an iguana leap, and I have seen a lot of iguanas. I mean, I've definitely seen them run. Do you remember last year when the twin iguanas were fighting? We were here last year in the Botanical Gardens. Is that where we were?
I think so.
Amanda, the link in promo code, if you go to the link in my bio, let me see, baby. If you go to the link in my bio, the stand.store, I'm trying to go to my profile and this is your page. If you hit stand.store, you'll see, a Trusted House Sitters link. Hold on. Okay, so here's my bio. And so when you hit the link that says stand.store, then it'll open up my stand store, which has like all of my links. This is very big when it says Trusted House Sitters. So whenever you tap on learn more, then you're so welcome, Nicole. No worries. Yeah, so whenever you type on learn more, it is going to eventually load this page. And then if I'm just zooming in so you can see it, it says use this link. And then it has the promo code in there. So you use that link to sign up with the promo code. And then you let me know. But you can either send me a DM on Instagram or you can send me an email. Both my Instagram and my email are in my link in bio. And you can always DM me on here as well. Like if you can't find my Instagram, and I can reply on here. Anything else, baby, for Trusted House Sitters? I'm trying to think, like the most common questions we get, like, is it paid? Like, how does it work? Like, how do you find like the balance of like taking care of the pets? And you are so welcome, Amanda. I think those are pretty much the main things. Does anybody else have any questions before we jump up off of here? And for anybody who's interested in living abroad in general, even if you don't want to do house sitting, I do also have a Move Abroad resource guide at the link in my bio as well. And that's going to give you everything you need to know to kickstart your moving abroad journey. It's going to answer all of your questions about how to figure out which country and city is best for you, how you're going to make money while you are abroad, which places are going to be best for you in terms of like if you have kids, if you have pets, etc. Would you sign up for the basic or the next level up? Take a deep breath. I signed up for the premium, but I do know people who sign up for the basic and they don't have any issues. So what's
the difference?
The premium one comes with insurance. So the premium one is like you get up to like $150 a day if you get like if a cancellation happens, which is very, very unlikely. So I always ask people this question when they ask me about which tier. I'm like, are you the type of person where when you book a flight, do you book non-refundable or do you book refundable? Like if you're the type of person who's like, no, I always do, no change fees, then you're probably going to want like the premium. But if you're someone who's like, yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But that's really the main difference. Like even if you do the basic, you still get like the 24/7 access to vet care. Sorry, y'all. TikTok is making me verify that I'm a human. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. Take a deep breath. Anybody else got any questions? Portugal is close to saturated. America's making a run for it. Yeah, I mean, Portugal is... Amanda. Portugal is... I mean, it's the #1 most popular country for U.S. citizens to move abroad. Best country to find a man. Amanda, that is one I cannot help you with. Because by the time I left the U.S., I already had mine locked down. So... yeah, I am not the person to ask, but I mean, I would more so look at it from the perspective of what type of man would you like? I mean, me and Mel, we met online. Very cliche story.
Be careful them passport bros.
Wow. Yeah, touche. Did you just say I'm out? Now he just left the live. You ain't even say bye?
Bye, y'all.
Toxic. No, I'm just playing. All right, y'all. Well, if nobody else has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. But thank y'all so much for joining. Please make sure that y'all hit follow. If like I said, just make sure you send me the screenshot. For those of you who signed up just make sure you send me the screenshot and I will send you those bonuses. And yeah, that's really it. Thank y'all. If you got some meat on you, Ireland is a good spot. There you go. Maybe Ireland. Maybe Ireland. Let me get off of here. Maybe Ireland is a good spot for you. All right, y'all. I'm getting up off here, but thank y'all so much for joining.